Goku-sen, the former master of the sea, and Vice Admiral Suru was sitting there thinking. They still can't believe it. What's in the papers is true. Vice Admiral Taban, fellow teammates. It's very popular with both the Navy and the people. Sacrificed while on duty. Main in. When you run to save a child in danger. Surprise from behind. The baby's father was waiting there. With a sharp knife, and Admiral Taban's wanted sheet on hand. He rushed to kill the Tabol. To the surprise of the Vice Admiral himself. This shocking truth was hidden by the Navy. They just published Vice Admiral Taban. Sacrifice while on a mission. The Navy hasn't found the killer yet. Just know that his family is living happily, thanks to the bounty the unsub earned. After killing the Vice Admiral. This makes Goku's son feel so sorry. A Marine dedicated to protecting the people, stabbed in the back by the man he was protecting. Vice Admiral Suro explained that the Navy has also been suspended. So, the fact that someone else is targeting the head of the Navy is also normal. Especially in a poor place like BB Kingdom. Thousands of people die of hunger every year. That's why the Vice Admiral was murdered there. It's not too surprising. Goku fully understands that. You only feel pain. Because if it's like this, then Navy can serve and protect the civilian population when you always have to be on guard. You also realize behind your back, the Navy underestimated the buzzer. If you don't quickly disable the Crush Gang, White goes immediately. The consequences will be very serious. While you're talking, the beautiful girl Hina came. Sengoku asked her where the sting was. He wanted to give his friend some fresh bread. Hina replied that, a few days ago he said he was going to save Bai. He must have left. And there's Kyaku in there. Listen, Goku, and set fire to that old friend's crazy behavior. How dare he do that? While things are messing up like this. Where the Buzzy clown? He and his crew were delighted to welcome him. The unsub who killed Vice Admiral Taban. Buzzy said that the leader, the underworld will be happy about this. But this unsub. You know who the hell's the leader of the underworld? He only knows that Buzzy kept his promise and sent money to his family. So he's happy. Buzzy thinks it's obvious. He added that, the murder of Vice Admiral Tabol, it made the Navy very angry. If we find the killer, they will be executed immediately. The poor man is not afraid of it. Whatever the consequences is also better. You have to watch your family die. Died of hunger and thirst. That's what Buji said. Invite this guy to join his crew. The men immediately walked up to the killer. Tell him to feel lucky. Because it's not AI that's got 4 kings. Where does Buzzy keep an eye? And then the rest of the crowd started cheering Buzzy up. While we're all mentally grooming each other. When a Marine runs into the Buzzy, he's happy to come out and inform Buzzy that Crush White's official ship has been completed. Both Buji and his subordinates below. Everyone was crazy to hear that news. Immediately all of us, let's go see the ship. Cost a lot of money. Is there any corn or potatoes here? Bozy also let people go call the flag. Rokudai and Miha come to have fun. After a while we all arrived. I just saw the ship. That Bozy was terrified, to the point of flying your eyes and nose out. I don't know who died half a life. Come up with the idea again. So the avatar on top of the boat is my face. Buzzy knows this is not over. Just thinking in my mind, Kokodai and Mihak came forward. They both immediately asked Buzzy if the strange boat was SAO. Don't tell me we have to sail on that boat. Buzzy finished scared bottom mom out pants because he had missed the boat before. I can't believe these guys are doing this. Buzzy was then summoned to the conference room. And as predicted, he was given a fight by 2 Kia Oyster bosses. Bad life and bad death. So Buzzy, please let them kill me. More than that, but no one wants to listen to Buzzy. They're both talking about making Crush White. To become a powerful military nation, the only way to do that is to have power. Overwhelming and a lot of money. The plans of both of these guys, Buzzy is really unacceptable. Even if there is no superior power, but Buzzy had the dream of a pirate. If the plan turns Crush you, make the kingdom a reality. It's not like Buzzy's pirate life is over. I can't take it anymore. Buzzy said out loud, even if you two can handle me right here. But I still have to say, you're scheming, calculated as such. Do you deserve to be called a pirate? You're doing it. Everything's messed up. I just heard those words. Come on. The 2 men's faces were scowling like they were about to eat Buzzy. But just sit still. Buzzy didn't say the clown. Let's just say that Akami is in action. Inherently, they're both apprentices on the pirate King Roger's ship. But because of this, the two of them couldn't get there. Worried since then. When I was a kid, then Frank has always shone brightly with his potential. Buzzy knows he can't do it. So I gave up my dream. Then 24 years ago. The day Captain Roger was executed. Buzzy met Saint there again. You still remember that? Frank said he'd make it to the last island. Just like the captain. And now Frank says he's changed his mind. He left the question of finding the One Piece treasure. I will still be a pirate. Frank's words were like lightning flashing across your Burzy. You always think that Frank will be the captain's successor. But maybe Burzy was wrong. You flatly refused Frank's invitation to sail with him. Buzzy yelled at the blue face. I know you haven't forgotten. You said you'd follow the captain. Why don't you do it? Are you a coward? I'm not going to be your soldier. Already said. Buzzy turns away and doesn't forget the green reminder. Next time you see me, be careful. You come back to the present. Buzzy said that. The useless Saint finally acted. I don't know how. By chance or chance, but right now, he and I are equal. And if it's fate, I'll talk to you two straight. I want to be the pirate king. Think about it. Why should we stop at money and power? While it's possible, get it all. Let's go get it. Take the ultimate treasure of the world. Buzzy's words made Rockety laugh. The guests laughed. Swimming too illusory, to the point of deceiving myself. The crocodile said that. It's because he and you sing. There is no swimming. What he's doing here. It's simply serious business. It's not a bunch of pirate shit. Mihak said that. There's nothing wrong. We're going to fight the four princes out there. Just to make you the pirate king. You're just playing. Determined not to be discouraged, Buzzy shouted that. This is a race for treasure. I just need to beat them. Now let me show you too. The power of words. It can ignite enthusiasm in the heart of every pirate. It's because they're all out to sea. Because they have the same goal. Finished talking, Buzzy opened the phone slug in the back and said emotionally, my brothers and sisters, what dreams have brought you to this vast ocean? Every moment right now can be the last moment you will be alive. Then why did you leave? The restless voice of my heart. The ocean rises. It's time for us to rise up. To reach out and grab what we're all thirsty for. Desire to wish. Finally, it's time for us to get the One Piece treasure. Then those brave words of Buzzy are like bombs. Let the will of the pirates on the island explode. At the same time, it destroyed the plans of Crocody and Mihard. Make these two guys tear up. Turning to the situation in the aftermath, the four sons of revolutionary commanders. I'm watching off the coast. I noticed there was a boat coming. You guys bet on whether it's an enemy or an ally. This egg-looking guy thinks it's the enemy. Hear that? Jerome bet that it was Sabo who was safely back. After a while everyone ran to the beach. To welcome Sabo back. Dragon and Evan know that and are delighted. So G-Run won the last bet. But you won't get a penny from your team. Because Jerome used binoculars to look ahead, and the egg guy Kia discovered that. As for Sabo, I know everyone is excited. But first, help the people on the boat. They're from the kingdom of Lelouchia. So Sabo came in and greeted everyone. The koala Lau came to use his king to steal. Just kicked and died. She scolded Sabo for leaving the radio on airplane mode. Sabo explained that, all my calls are being listened to. So I can't call. Instead, you used the BA code to signal for the koala. That I'm safe. Back when it happened, Sabo wasn't in Lelouchia either. Hear that? The koala ran to embrace Sabo and sobbed. AI lovers, look at koalas to understand that feeling. Right now. Molly with the others. He's also doing a GA play. To run to see how Sabo's doing. In Bello Beatty. She still remembered the people in Lelouchia that Sabo had brought back. Bello Betty condolences to them. You know these people want to join the Revolutionary Army. But for now, just rest. Move to Dragon's place. He's sitting with Ivan and Sabo. To talk about what happened. I know that Sabo and everyone else are difficult. We can bring Kuma back. Dragon sorry Sabo for not taking care of Kuma. Sabo understood that. Dragon is the one. I don't want that to happen any more than anyone, so I'm very sorry for Mr. Evan. Ask Sabo why not. Let the commanders hear this talk. The guy explained that, just listening is life-threatening. And then there's a big event that happened in Rivery. Sabo will tell you. It's all about what really happened there. Before talking about the crazy things Sabo saw. In Marijoa, Inflammation Emperor reported to 2 predecessors that I'm with my team. 3 objectives were completed when the battle was launched. Goal number 1. Destroy the dragon star symbol through there officially the Revolutionary Army's declaration of war to the government. The second target is to rescue Lord Kuma and his slaves. Finally, is to find out and destroy the food pantry of the holy place. With these unprecedented actions, the Revolutionary Army captured the attention of the world. On the Navy side, they've mobilized the bloodsuckers to confront us. Continue with Sabo. Dragon said that we've incited rebellion in 12 countries where we have a strong influence. 8 of them have been successful. And that surprised Ivan. 8 successful countries is unthinkable. But one of them was destroyed. The Kingdom of Lalucia. All that shocking information. It's been covered up by the government. The other 7 countries has made public its intention to end the resource tribute food for the government. Plus the work Revolutionary Army are attacking government supply ships all over the world to cut off the flow of resources to Marijoa. These powerful attacks. It's directly affecting the image as well as the lives of the dragons. They are always proud that Marijoa Holy Place has a towering position. It's an impenetrable fortress. But this time, to see how they're going to deal with this counterattack. Evan's feeling so good, because there's finally a day that trash has to live in poverty. You think that's what they get? Dragon agrees with his opinion. The leader said that, even though we can't cut off the dragon's supply, it's like we're slowly strangling them. They must be struggling right now. And obviously they're not going to stand still. When the government orders the saints knight out of battle, then our war will really begin. He added that, no matter the truth behind the assassination, bro, what is it like? Then, news that Landy has made Sabo a hero. In the eyes of revolutionaries everywhere, powerful figures in the world government, they were hated for turning into inhuman monsters. Although there are a number of brutal tyrants, the bloodthirsty is worthy of defamation. But there are also wise kings and wise men. And the Quoper king of Alibaba is one of them. Everyone thinks of him as a great king. Sabo agreed with what Dragon said. But, land news about King Kabur. Not so good again. Although, I'm sorry for what happened to the King of Combat. But Sabo thought he could live with it. If it helps ignite the flames of revolution. I heard Sabo say that, you two have no further opinion. They showed a newspaper with a picture of Sabo standing next to the body of King Corona and ask you what really happened. Iran says everyone is saddened by the image. They want to find a reasonable explanation. Because everyone wants to believe in you. Sabo looked at the newspaper and couldn't he believe it. You tell me the details of everything, about what happened in Marijoa. Over a month ago. After the Reverie conference opened. It wasn't long before the revolutionaries attacked this place. The first place they're going to go is the food storage. This created a big explosion. Make the dragons scared to shit their pants, run away from the mess. They already know. The Revolutionary Army attacked the dragon star and then destroy the food supply. Now they're going crazy. And want to take the lives of the people who did this. While the water burns like that. A dragon still riding on a pirate. Get out of him and expect him to crawl fast. To get me out of here. But how can this old man crawl? That's why the dragon man jumped down on his own. He called the old pirate a loser. Trash then give. The gun tried to shoot him. In the moment this bastard shoots, suddenly a crow came. He stole his gun. Then it flew to a roof where the North Chief Karasu is standing there. He flew the crow down to the old pirate. And told him to run east of the city. Now the government soldiers realized Karasu is a revolutionary. They're all shooting at Karasu. He made a lot of holes. It looks like a piece of cheese, the feathers of Karasu accordingly, it's falling all over the bottom. That made the soldiers think. Karasu has been shot and destroyed. But from the feathers. Karasu suddenly regenerated his body behind the soldiers. You use those feathers. Attack and defeat the soldiers. That's the power of Karasu's devil fruit. It's not far away. Commander of the Southern Force, Mbap observed the explosions on the side of the Karasu brothers. He received information from the Raven of Karasu that soldiers are coming to this place, let's free everyone. Immediately Linbach flies to the wayward people and use laser bullets to break the chain. Let them tell you. Let's run these people to the east of the city. The revolutionaries will get you all out of here. We were all so excited to cry. They say deep thanks to Linbach. for saving this life. On the Kasaru side, Admiral Fujitara suddenly appeared and cut apart the crows that Karasu created. Next, the Admiral summons an asteroid to fall here. It made the Allied soldiers panic. Same situation with Kasaru, commander of the Western Corps. Molly is also facing off against the 6th Ryukyuju Bull Admiral. He's crazy. Ask Molly to hand over the leader of this mission. But there's no such thing as good food. Molly said she'd find a way if she wanted to. Admiral Bull 6 doesn't seem to be happy with that statement. He's wantonly brandishing the roots to attack Molly, but accidentally hit a group of celestial dragons nearby. They're mad at Ryukyuju. He even threatened to execute the admiral if there's an AI injured by those roots. Ryukyuju sounds so spicy. He cursed the dragons to leave. Who can fight with the king? Are you a bunch of CP agents here? They're surprised to know that there's 2 Navy admirals here. Whether the Navy and the government are strong. Yes, but that only proves one thing, that the commanders of the Revolutionary Army were not simple. They're still fighting very squarely with admirals. It's not inferior. While the commanders make a commotion outside, then Sabo is also urgently implementing the plan. Inside Marijoa. You informed Kasaru through the transmission. I just found a place where the keys are. I said. Sabo ran off to work and switched to talk to Unbox. Surprisingly, the chief of staff. I see Kuma here. And immediately notify the Linbok. The situation Kuma is serving as a slave for Charlie and his father. Stupid too. This name. Still trying to get Shirahoshi back as a pet. Molly was furious when she heard Sabo say that. You said you'd catch these bastards for torturing Lord Kuma like that. Sabo agrees with Molly. I told my team to prepare. Everything is ready as planned. A remarkable character. Another idea that comes up here is Pony. You're here to save your father from Princess Vivi. You're mad at the Rock. Lucy kept following me. And then he wouldn't fire me again. That's the kind of snake face that's hard to tell in a different way. King Kyubro has been approved to play 5 elves. You are the only one who has this privilege. Only the combat king can enter. 2 guards will have to wait outside. So the king told them. Instead of waiting in a boring way here, let's go find Vivi. She's a naughty girl. So it can't be ignored.